My love, maybe something happened last night that I didn't expect. It wasn't dramatic or planned. There were no big signs or music in the background. It was just a normal night, a normal dinner, sitting at the table with my mom like any other day. But somehow, in the middle of all that normal, something inside me opened. We were just talking about random things, work, family, the same small conversations we always have. And then everything went quiet for a second. She looked at me in that mother way, like she can see through my calm face and straight into the part of me I don't show anyone. And then she asked the one question I didn't think I would hear from her. Do you still love her? It was so simple, just a few words, but my whole body froze. I didn't freeze because I was confused. I froze because I knew the answer too well. The truth was so big, so loud inside me, that I didn't know how to let it out without shaking. It felt like if I spoke, my chest would split open and everything I've been hiding would spill all over the table. I looked down at my plate. I tried to breathe slowly. My heart was beating so hard it felt like it was trying to speak for me. For a moment, I thought about lying. I thought about saying, "No, I'm over her," just to make everything easier, quieter, safer. But I couldn't, so I took a small breath, and I said it. Yes, I still love her. I don't think I'll ever stop. The words felt heavy and freeing at the same time. I said them to the one person who has seen every version of me, the broken me, the quiet me, the angry me, the hopeful me. And the moment those words left my mouth, I felt something inside me both collapse and rebuild. It was like a wall I'd been holding up for so long finally fell. For the first time, I wasn't hiding it. I wasn't pretending I'd moved on. I wasn't acting like what we had was just a phase or just a lesson. I accepted it. I owned it. And baby, I didn't just tell her that I love you. I told her why. I told her why I can't love anyone else the way I love you. I told her that you were the one person who saw the real me, even in the moments when I didn't know who I was. When I was confused, lost, unsure of my place in the world, you still looked at me like I mattered, like I was enough. You saw things in me I couldn't see in myself. I told her that you made space for my healing before I even knew I was wounded. You didn't try to fix me. You didn't force me to talk. You just stayed. You listened. You sat with my silence. You laughed with me on days I felt empty inside. You held energy for me in a way that felt like home. I told her you touched places in me I never let anyone near. Not friends, not family, not even her. There were parts of my heart, my fears, my pain that I kept locked away from everyone. But with you, I slowly let you in. You didn't push your way in. You waited at the door until I opened it myself. And my mom listened. She didn't interrupt. She just watched me like she was finally seeing a part of me I had always kept in the dark. Then she asked me something that shattered me in the simplest way. Then why aren't you two together? And that's when I broke, because I didn't have an answer that made sense. Not to her, not to you. Not even to myself. How do I explain that I let fear speak louder than love? That I let my ego, my doubts, my insecurities make decisions for me? That I told myself I needed to be better before I could fully choose you? I thought I had time. I thought you'd always be there. I thought I could put my healing first and come back to you when I was fixed. Like love would just wait politely in the corner. Now I see how wrong I was. I told my mom that I stepped back when I should have stepped closer. I told her that I pushed you away when all I really wanted was to hold you tighter. I told her that I stayed silent when my heart was screaming your name. And now here I am, not with you, not next to you, not hearing your laugh in real time, but left with memories, old chats, voice notes I still replay, and the ghost of your touch that no one else can replace. I told her everything. I didn't protect myself. I didn't protect my image. I didn't pretend I was over you. I told her that loving you is not something I can switch off. It's not something that faded with distance or time. It's something that lives in me, quietly but strongly, like a soft light that never goes out. I still remember the little things about you. The way you smiled when you were nervous. The way your silence always said more than your words ever could. Even now, just hearing your name makes my chest tighten. It feels like my heart is remembering a home I was forced to leave. A place I still miss, even if I act like I don't. When I was talking about you, she just sat there and listened quietly. She didn't interrupt. She didn't laugh. She didn't judge. It was like she already knew the truth I was trying to hide, that no one else has ever come close to what I felt with you. I need to ask you something, baby. Did your mom ever ask about me? Did she ever see you trying to smile while your heart was breaking because of what happened between us? Because my mom did. She saw straight through me. Maybe that's why the conversation hurt so much. Maybe that's why it felt like my chest was cracking open. When I told my mom that no one compares to you, I wasn't just talking about your beauty or your laugh or your body. I wasn't just talking about how you looked. I was talking about your heart, about the way you loved me, about how you saw through all my walls, my defenses, my fake smiles, my masks. You saw the real me when I didn't even know who that was. I told her that even now, after all this time, I still dream about you. I still see you walking back through my door like time suddenly became kind to us, like life decided to rewind and give us another chance. And then I said something I've never said out loud before. I told her, I ruined it. I ruined us. I ruined things with the only person who ever made me feel complete. The only person who ever made me feel truly seen. She didn't shout. She didn't blame me. She didn't say, I told you so. She just placed her hand gently over mine, looked at me with those soft, knowing eyes, and whispered, then go find her before it's too late. If you've ever had someone ask you about the person your soul still aches for, you know how that feels. If your mom, your sister, your best friend has ever looked at you and asked about that one person you never talk about anymore, you know the way your heart drops and your throat tightens. Tell me if that's ever happened to you. Tell me if someone close to you has ever seen through your silence and asked the question you weren't ready to answer. Because last night, I realized something important. When the people who know you best suddenly bring up the person you've been hiding in your heart, it's not just random. It's not just coincidence. It's like the universe is gently tapping you on the shoulder, reminding you that there's a story still unfinished, a door you never fully closed, a love that still exists in some quiet, hidden corner of your chest. And baby, the moment I walked away from that dinner table, I felt it. I felt that invisible string between us pull tight again. It was like something heavy that I'd buried deep inside my chest finally moved, like my heart exhaled for the first time in years. I went out to my car and just sat there in the driveway. I didn't even start the engine. I put my hands on the steering wheel and stared ahead, replaying that whole conversation in my mind over and over again. I wondered what you would have said if you'd heard it. Would you have cried? Would you have smiled through your tears, finally knowing that I never stopped loving you, even when I stopped showing it? Because that night, I didn't just tell my mom about us. I told the truth to myself. I told the truth to the universe. I said, I'm done pretending. I'm done hiding how I feel. I'm done acting like I'm over it when I'm not. I'm done watching old videos of you and whispering, what if, under my breath while everyone else thinks I've moved on. The truth is, I haven't, and I don't know if I ever really will. You were never just a chapter in my life. You were the whole book. There's a part of me that wonders if your heart felt something when I said your name. Maybe you were walking around your house, brushing your hair, making your coffee, and suddenly felt a strange ache or a warm feeling in your chest without knowing why. Maybe that was my soul calling yours again, openly, honestly, with no ego and no pride left to hide behind. And I need you to know this, beloved. When I told her who you are to me, I didn't say you were just someone from my past. I didn't call you just an ex or an old love. I said you were the one I prayed for, the one I messed up with, the one who knew me in a way I didn't even know myself.